Hello and welcome to my 100% walkthrough of Listeria Wars. This was released today, that's June 7th, Wednesday, June 7th, for Xbox and Xbox Series X. It is a tower defense, germ-based action game. The achievements are incredibly easy. For the most part, it is pretty much a baby game. You'll see I finish it in just under 20 minutes. It may take slightly longer. I don't think you'll be able to do it in any less, but it will be around 20 minutes, give or take, depending on how lucky you are with some of the challenges. So as you can see straight into the gameplay here, essentially you have a set number of units and you have to defend as enemies go from right to left. Them reaching the left of the screen will damage your health bar, and you have different types of immune cells, which are your defense mechanisms. Now, these are the master sites, the kind of generic circular blue blobs. They will simply attack the enemies and take damage from the enemies as they attack them. Now, you use the right bumpers to switch between the options and A to place, use A to select a unit and drag them to where you want them. Now, the additional unit there is a turret, essentially. It is a ranged unit. So what we'll do for pretty much the entirety of this game, it won't pose too much challenge, but we will place the master sites at the front, the kind of melee units to face tank everything, and then behind them we'll place the turrets. There will be slightly more complex units as we go throughout, but really we'll only use 2 or 3 types of units. And there we go, that's the first achievement. So that's for the collecting the enzymes, and then the next achievements we'll get is actually for killing the pathogens. The achievements are very simple and very straightforward. The last one you will unlock is probably for upgrading one of the units, as the enzymes are not too hard to come by, but you may have to do some extra levels. I say extra levels because I believe there's a month in total, 30 days or 30 levels to play through. However, you only need to play through 7 for the achievements. Now, that's basically everything covered, so for the most part I won't be talking through this, I'll just be having this here as a visual guide for yourself. The one things that I will probably talk about is actually reviewing the game itself. So there we go, we got the defeat the pathogens, and there'll be one more for that achievement. And we now unlock the upgrade studios. This is where we can upgrade the units we have, and there'll be an achievement for upgrading each of the first 4 units 3 times. That will cost 30 enzymes per unit, obviously 120 in total. But yeah, as I was mentioning, this is actually a really interesting game. It's a baby game or an achievement game in the sense that it's very easy to get the achievements in it. However, there is a bit of substance to it, and as a individual developer, it's Rubel Games, which I believe is a single dev. This is actually a really interesting kind of unique tower defense take. Now, I believe it's been on Steam for quite some time. It came out at the end of last year. But the game itself has been in development for many years and is a passion project of the developer. And I think it's worth mentioning because oftentimes with baby games we don't pay attention to the quality that goes into the games because often there isn't any. It is often just press A twice and you get all the achievements. However, there is a lot more substance to it. It's really quite enjoyable. The art style is quite refreshing. It's kind of obviously it's a pixel art style, but it's kind of a classic pixel art style that hasn't been popular for about 10 years. So it's interesting to see that have a resurgence here. So now you'll see gets slightly more challenging as the days go along, but essentially the strategy remains the same. Build a wall with the master site units, they go in front, put the turret units behind them, and then we'll get more units as it goes along. So I'll leave you for now, but I'll come back when we start getting achievements again. So now I've unlocked a new unit. This will be the macrophage. This is essentially an exploding unit. This will be absorbed when it attacks an enemy. Now this is when I get the 3 upgrades for the master site. Now unfortunately the achievement doesn't immediately unlock. It does unlock about half an hour later of natural accord, but unfortunately was off camera. But at that point you should unlock the first achievement for upgrades for the master site, and then just continue on to the next couple of days. Now you can do the same upgrades that I do, or you can do them differently if you're just trying to go straight for the upgrading each unit. I would recommend doing it my way just because it makes actually achieving the run more consistent, and obviously it makes it, towards the end you get more enzymes per level anyway, so you can just kind of play through everything to make sure you get it, but it's not too difficult, so the likelihood of failure is quite small. Obviously if they do pass through you lose health, you have 3 or 4 units you can let through before you do fail, and obviously in terms of actually beating a level you only need to beat the first 7, so that's up to you. So we have the detoxification achievement there, that's for killing 300 pathogens, and that's all achievements relating to killing a certain number of enemies. The remainder now will just be upgrades and the enzymes related to those upgrades. Oh, actually, nope, I tell a lie. There will be a special achievement coming up in the next mission that I will explain. So as I mentioned, there is a special achievement for this level, and it's for getting the T-Helper cell to activate, which sounds a bit daunting and is quite specifically worded, but essentially it just means purchasing the T-Helper cell unit and then having it collect a certain type of enzyme while near another unit. I'll save it towards the end of this level just because the unit itself is the most expensive of the units, so it's better to have it once everything is already set up and defended, but I'll come back once I do that. And there's the achievement for collecting 100 enzymes. So at this point you will still be short, depending on what you've upgraded, you'll be short a few enzymes, but within the next 3 levels, you might have to replay one more. You should have enough for all upgrades. Okay, so I'm just going to purchase the T-Helper cell here and put it in between several units. Now, once the T-Helper cell gets the kind of experience bits from the enzymes, it will actually activate and you'll see that some of the units glow, unlocking the achievement. Okay, so we're on to day 7. This will be the final day that you have to complete 4 achievements. You may want to complete more just to get some extra enzymes depending on if you're short for the upgrades, but once this is finished I'll be talking you through the end of the game. Okay, and that's everything we need for the 7-day achievement. We just need to get the upgrades now. I was actually very slightly short for all of the remaining upgrades, so what you can do is play a day and give up midway through once you have the right amount that you'll see here. So that's the full upgrade for the plasma sight, the plasma blast, sorry. So that's 1 in each upgrade, 3 in total, and do the same for the macrophage here. And the achievement's a bit slow to pop, but it pops there. And then finally the T helper, but as I mentioned I was a bit short, so I played 1 more day, and you can give up as soon as you have enough for all of the upgrades. So just go into the upgrades here, and then do the same. And then that'll unlock the final achievement. Thanks for watching.